Got to tell you there's 3 different rings. The first one, the engagement ring, the one you really got to think about. Like, damn, I really have to spend the rest of my life. Do I have to do this? Yes, okay, engagement ring. Today, we have the wedding ring. The most nerve-wracking one, the one you have to make the promise to God in front of all your friends and family, but it's the easiest. But the third one is the suffering, because every single day you have to deal with Crystal, and you cannot escape that.
We would make embarrassing music videos, which, if we can bring the projector out now, I'd like to show you one. Wait, I'm just kidding. I was scared too, and I knew it was a joke.
I can't believe they've been together for 10 or 11 years or whatever the hell it is. It still amazes me that anyone would choose to tolerate Andy for that long. I think Nikki deserves the Jimmy V Award for perseverance. During those 10 or 11 years, I've been their third wheel thousands of times, and they're my favorite couple in the world. I myself am still single by choice. Sometimes my own, but mostly the choice of the women that I've dated.
Many of you may not know this, but a few years ago, Kristen was almost engaged and married, and it had nothing to do with Fraser. Our family took a trip to Europe back in 2011. It included a week-long cruise, and one of the day stops was Turkey. As we finally started walking back to the ship, this Turkish guy with 2 of his buddies came up to me, stopped me, pointed at Kristen and asked, "How many camels for your daughter?" I paused, smiled, chuckled, and said, "Well, how many camels do you have?" Right away, I knew this wasn't the answer this guy was looking for. I could see this guy was irritated, and his buddies didn't crack a smile. I then realized this guy was 100% serious. When we got back to the room, I did what any other father would do and Googled, how many camels on average does a father get for his daughter?
I was always a fan of Steve from the start, even when... Sorry. I'm not very good. Okay.
So I arrived at the restaurant, and I'm just in I'm still in motion sitting down, and this is so typical of David because he is such an upfront, what you see is what you get kind of guy. David said, "Look, I've got to get this over with." He said, "Alex and I have to get married." No, he said, "That's not what he said, "Alex and I want to get married." I said, "Yes, we do," but he said, "I guess the protocol here is that I am supposed to ask you for permission to marry your daughter. So, can I marry your daughter?" And of course I said, "No. Alex is our only daughter. No, you can't marry her." To be honest, the weight of the world was lifted from my shoulders when David asked that, because we have been looking for a husband for Alex for quite a while.
The bride, I want to encourage you to dress for bed. Remember that every day you pick out your clothes to wear, but you should do the same thing at night. And if you don't have anything pretty to wear, then don't wear anything. Remember that you always have to motivate him and stimulate him. This is the grandmother speaking.
So David, we're delighted to welcome you as a member of our family. David is a very special guy. He's a very accomplished guy. As I said, he's very direct. He's very upfront. And I've actually, I've got a list of some of his other qualities here, so just bear with me. Accomplished, blah, 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 blah. He is smart, generous, funny. Certainly, you're amusing, right? You have your motive, funny. He's a CFA, he's a hedge fund wizard, he's musical, and he is... David, I cannot read your writing. I asked you to print these, David. I think this is... You're a thespian? Is Alex aware of that?
I don't know whether I should really tell it. Well, it's a little bit risque. John in the back seat, we would do alphabet words, A words, B words, C words, and one day we got to D words. And he said, I know a good one, Mom. I said, what is it, John? He said, oh, dildo. I really wasn't too excited because I knew he did not know what that meant. However, I took the chance and said, John, do you know what a dildo is? He said, yes, Mom, it's a rubber dick.
I never would have known 12 years ago when I saw you at Western, or even 4 years ago when we were in Nick and Katie's wedding, that we would be standing here today married. In fact, neither did Nick. Not only did he not set me up with his single friend, I had to land a date with you all on my own. But before our first date, he actually told me that he didn't think we were a good match. And that I should tone down the swearing if I wanted to get a second date. Well, Nick, fuck you.